It is I, Menace Snowdecker. Welcome back to another YouTube video of BeyBlade Land. Now, before I start on the outer layer for building Tyranno Beat, which I desperately need to work on, I'm going to actually take away some of this center face bolt. I like the way it looks, but I don't like this part. Ah, dang it. Fell inside a pocket. It's my fault. I'm trying to build these BeyBlades in Minecraft as realistically as I possibly can at a standardized scale. And I'm going to be honest, I might actually extend that one. Enhance that by maybe 4 blocks all the way around. Because I like the size for Dran over here. I don't like the size for Beat. The face bolt was so small, it just made it difficult for me to actually try to add in detail. And on this outside edge, it didn't really have as much detail as I wanted. I mean, granted, yes, it still holds the feel, but it would hold it just a little bit better if I had that extra space. Now, I know I'm not going to get it 100% detail accurate. I'm not going to get it to look like it does in real life 110%. But if I can get something close, then I'm satisfied. And I have just felt like I have not done that at all so far. The only spot I felt like I actually did that whatsoever was the driver. AKA the bit. Okay, is that all of it? No, there's still some more in here. That would suck if I did that in survival and I got stuck in there. Menace, what are you doing down there? I found a hole. See, it's funny and childish at the same time. Okay, that's a little bit better. I like that. Okay. Now on to probably the most difficult metal layer I've actually done yet, and I don't even know where to start with this. My gosh. This is going to be painful for me. You know what? Sure, why not? Why not start there? That seems like a very good spot to start. Let's go ahead and just add the markers here for where these are going to go. Let's see if we can just get that. Oh, would you look at that? There's a little flaw in Tyranno Beat's design on the top layer. I just found a weak point. Who would have thought all those years taking industrial tech and woodworking and robotics actually helped me find a defect inside of a BeyBlade layer? I guess this Beys not all it's cracked up to be after all. If you look at the 3 prongs on top, they're designed almost like scales. However, due to the intricate design work they put in here to add the detail, it creates a small little opening inside the metal, so if you hit it just right with an attack bay in that section, at the right angle, theoretically it should just snap right off. That's actually kind of sad. I never even saw that till now. Man, that stings. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need red glass later, because it wraps around. the plastic underneath wraps around. I don't know where to start. I'm like a person trying to pick the section of their dinner they want to eat first. I don't know what I want to do here. I don't even know where to begin with this. I guess my safest area that I could possibly choose to work on here would be this area. Let's see, I'm gonna take a wild gander and say 2 spacing all the way around. Is that what I did for him? Yes, it is. Okay. I just didn't make it as deep for him. That's fine. Whatever. Actually, it's about the same, really. Okay. Okay, so we had 2 spacing. Yeah, I'm definitely making that white section bigger. That white piece. I'm making that bigger by 4 blocks from now on. I'll have to redesign that whole thing before I make a new bay. I'm sorry, but I need the extra space here to actually add in detail. And I am losing detail because of this. I mean, I guess that's fine, but I just don't like the shaping. Well, nothing I can do about it now. I made my choice. Oh well. You reap what you sow. I chose to try to make it more compact. This is what I get. So from now on, I am not doing that. Hey, wait a minute. You're missing a part. Let's fix that. There we go. I'm going to be absolutely honest. I did not want to record this today. There's this really great event going on at Snowbreak right now. And they just redesigned Katya. I don't know if you watch those videos on my channel or not. Or know of the game itself. It's pretty fun. A bit dirty at times, but it's pretty fun. Despite all the girls being crazy. Okay, not all the girls, just most of them. You gotta love RPGs and how they've turned out. You really do. The fans, we want more male characters. The publishers. But that doesn't bring us content. Or creators. We want more males anyways. Anyways. They just redesigned her, and I'd like to state for the record, I have never drooled over a character before. I have never shown excessive interest in a character before in my life from a video game. But the moment I saw her redesign and her weapon layout, I actually did drool a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. It was beautiful. I don't know how else to word it. And the fact that I'm mentioning any of this inside of a BeyBlade video makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. It's completely irrelevant. Except to my mood. There's a bit of white plastic underneath, so let's go ahead and add that. Just raise this up. I'm going to take this one step at a time. It's probably going to take me longer than I want it to because I'm doing this, but I don't got much of a choice here because I can't figure this one out. The whole layer for Tyranno beat, I'll go back to what I was talking about earlier in just a moment for Snowbreak. But the whole design of Tyranno beat is it's an attack type. So when they balance these bays, you got the centerpiece all the way down the middle, and you got 3 sides normally. 3, 5, 7. These are the best ones for stable design works. But for attack ones, you go around 5 to 3, and sometimes even 2. And that's what they did here. They got 2 giant sloping angles here. So while characters like Swordran here has 3 sides, 1, 2, 3, this one has 2. So it's a little bit harder to find the balance here for me. And the fact that... It's my fault. The fact that I have 3 parts in the middle, but then 2 on the outside throws me off. Because I'm trying to find the best area to start. And then there's that whole diamond pattern on this. That's going to deeply throw me off while I'm building. I'm trying to take this one step at a time, so I'm screwing myself over. And I just went brain dead while trying to think about what I was just talking about for Snowbreak. Right, Katya. I'm going to be absolutely honest, the majority of the characters for Snowbreak have done nothing but get on my nerves. And some of them have actually horrified me with the way they act. There are moments that I'm laughing my head off, and the next moment I just want to leave the room. I don't want to be there. But to my amazing surprise, they actually redesigned Katya in such a manner that I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. And it was actually even better because I was talking to Phoenix about it. And as soon as I tried the trial for Katya, I sent him a message saying Phoenix, but when I said Phoenix, I spelled his name wrong because I was so brain dead after everything I just saw. And I couldn't get any other thought out of my head or into it, etc. And he goes, yeah, I said, I think I'm in love. He just started spamming laughing emojis at me. To be honest, I kind of deserve it. But you don't get it. You don't get it. Strong, capable woman, agile, plus giant 6-barrel machine gun equals bundles of joy. And her backup weapon, or her special ability, I guess we can just call it, because that makes a lot more sense in the design work for the whole game. It was basically 2 different types of machine gun turrets of the same type of caliber. I think I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. But it just covered the whole screen in fire. It was absolutely beautiful. I had never felt so much joy while playing Snowbreak. And I was actually considering paying for the character, because I didn't think I was going to get her. And I have never paid for anything in Snowbreak to this day. And then I did a random poll. I spent some of the Digicash, and I got 6 polls, and somehow I polled her. I just about started crying with joy. I was so happy. And I really want to record using that character right now, but I can't. I have to do this because I promised I'd do this every Sunday. I swore that I'd do this every Sunday. And why do you two look off? That's why. Here we go. How am I going to recreate the scales here? I don't even think I can. No. No, I cannot. Okay. Let me see something real quick. No, not you. You. Okay, that's a defense type, so it's naturally thicker. About... Aha, as I thought. This one's a little bit thicker in the metal department. So I'm just going to leave a block there. It won't be as detailed, but it'll be slightly more accurate given the thick metal. I think that's far enough inward. Okay, what's next here? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to add that intricate scale work unless I use carpet. I guess now I'll get a basic line built. I don't know how else to start this, truthfully. Okay, so if I follow the tip of the nose for Tyranno beat, it'll start pretty much right about here. This is where the beginning of the first side starts. And then it'll wrap around there. Go completely by the first point. And then it will end... actually, just shy of the second. You know what, I'm going to use a different color for this just so I don't get confused. You know, where's a color that doesn't belong? I'll use green. That works. That's fine. Hey, Mojang, could you guys stop updating the textures, please? I'm sorry, but I can't with this. Alright, I really miss the old textures. I mean, this is nice. It makes it easier to tell what's what. But I don't like this. I'm just going to be honest. I like some of the new textures, but some of the older ones were just a lot better. Personally, that's what I believe. What spot looks most accurate here? I cannot tell. I'm thinking about right there. Whoop! Nailed it. First try. Hey, buddy! Hey. Huh? Don't you hang me! I came to see what you had. I had giant blocks of emerald. Why you hang me? Oh yeah, now you're interested. Yeah, screw that. You don't deserve my money. You don't deserve my money. You don't deserve it, pal. You can have the hole, though. Aw, he got his friends with him. Okay, there you go. I'll be nice. I'll shield you from the rain. Would this be considered burying him alive? Yes. Do it. Oh, wait, oh, I'm sorry. He don't get any air if I do that. Okay. There you go. I'm just gonna block that off. There we go. Beautiful. I love a good sense of humor. There you go. You got a nice little pocket for air down there. All right. Fine, I'll be nice. I'll extend his quarters. There you go. Enjoy. You don't get a bathroom, and you can sleep in the dirt. Bye. Let's be honest, we have all pretty much done worse things in Minecraft. At least I gave him some space. I mean, rain will come down eventually, so he's not going to go thirsty as long as he manages to save it properly. And he won't go hungry. He has his llamas for that. Okay, fine, yes, it was cruel of me. But I honestly don't care at this point. I offered him a whole bunch of emeralds, and he goes, huh? Huh? How dare you? Huh? 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 How dare you judge me for that? I tried being a good paying customer. How am I gonna get this to work? I guess I'll start with that whole section. So what I'm seeing here is that these pins align with the plastic outlay that surrounds this whole bay. Where the actual launcher prongs sit inside is in here, and these touch the outside. So that's where we gotta go. Just extend that a little bit. And then it picks up around the edge here, creating a solid metal line all the way across. That is what I'm seeing here. So something like that. Why does it still feel so small? Maybe it's because of the fact that that face bolt's bigger. Yeah. I've made up my mind. I'm making these the same size as Swordran from now on. These face bolts have got to be bigger. I mean, the driver's still the same size, but the bay, it just looks small. Even after I extend the metal out, I'm aware it's going to be very small looking, and I don't like how that looks inside my head. It's going to look awful when I'm done, and I'm aware of that now. Fortunately, with this bay, it has very thick metal on the sides. Part of the reason why bladers like it so much, it has all that extra metal. Speaking of BeyBlade, I'm going to go back to the Ultimate BeyBlade X Stadium standee that I posted a couple of days ago for the final video. I posted it on every social media that I possibly could that I have, except for, I think it was Blue Sky. I put it on Twitter, I put it on Insta, I put it on Facebook, I put it on Reddit. I pretty much got what I expected off of Facebook and Instagram. The numbers were small, as usual. Facebook was only adequate in size because of the BeyBlade groups I posted it through. However, when I posted it on Reddit, I was deeply surprised. It was my first actual post I ever made on Reddit in my life. To this day, I have never posted on Reddit until I posted that. Imagine my surprise when not even 12 hours go by and it almost has 1,000 views. I don't really care about fame or popularity, but that right there took me by surprise. Truth be told, I've always viewed Reddit as not that popular. I honestly find its settings design to be inadequate. Personal preference opinion. Alright, I like Instagram's design work more than I like Reddit's. It's just an opinion. Everybody has their poison that they like. For me, it's just not Reddit. I'm aware that there's good communities on Reddit. I'm fully aware of that. But I was amazed. And I don't even know what the numbers are now. Last time I looked at it, it said 1.1 thousand. So it's long since surpassed that number. And I think the last time I checked it was like, what, 8 hours ago? So it's probably higher by now. I don't even know. I don't care. I don't really care about numbers. I really should, considering that I'm on YouTube making videos, but I don't. I've seen what happens to content creators when they chase after views. They end up losing themselves, and I do not want to be one of those people who just chases after the next amount of views. It's disgusting to me. Okay, so that metal goes all the way around there, doesn't it? Well, that gives me more metal to work with. But I'm not sure how I'm going to round that out. You know what? No, delete this thing first. I'm just going to start on one side for right now, and once I get the hang of it, and I feel like I've gotten the hang of it, I'm going to replicate it. But for now, this is what I'm going to do. Maybe I should have used stone for a more metallic look. Whatever. I'm already using this. I might as well go all the way through with it. I find it silly because the metal looks a lot more like this. It looks a lot more like stone. But when you think an actual slab of steel, you think of a smooth, solid, shiny gray surface. So in this game, iron doesn't really look like iron from real life. I mean, stone kinda looks like stone from real life, so we just naturally accept that. But I find it interesting. Yeah. So much metal. Oh my gosh. That is so bulky. See, one all the way around. Gosh dang. There's a bit more metal than I thought I'd end up working with. Two all the way around. That side's thick enough. This one's not, so three all the way around. What am I supposed to do with that? Why is that section so fat? I don't understand. So this whole bottom side thickens out because of the plastic underneath, and then metal gets put on top of that. And then it just steeply curves into creating these jagged dinosaur back-like marks going all the way around. But then it gets even better. It goes over this section. So this part, even though it's thick enough, I have to make it even thicker. Why are you such a fat Bey? What have you been eating that you need that much metal over that much plastic? You know what? I'm just going to resize that mid-frame at this point, because that does not look right anymore. You know what? No. I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to finish the outer design work, and I'll just come back and work on it again someday. That, or I could just trim this down a little bit. I'm just trying to weigh my options here. It's too fat. It's way too fat for my liking. Yeah, just trim all that down. Do the same thing on the other side. Good Lord, for crying out loud. There is no reason a base should have that much metal. So somewhere in that, I made a horrible goof. There. It's still fat. It's too fat. Trim that down. Let's go 2, 1. It's still too fat. Excuse me, sir, would you like this ribeye? No thanks. Why? It's too fat, sir. What do you mean too fat? I said it's too fat. Take it back and chop off all that meat. I don't need it. I don't need all that meat on my bones. Okay, that is a tad more tolerable. 3, 2. What the heck? Actually, I might be able to make this one work, actually. Because the first section starts off a little bit thicker, but also skinnier, and then it sort of angles like a talon. Huh, scaled talon. How about that? I never even considered that at first. Okay. Yeah, so if I could just get a basic shaping for that. I'm going to be honest, I thought the sun was going down there for a moment. Yeah, so keep that section thicker. Yeah, 3 and 2. That works. That tracks. I'm still considering things that I could add to that stadium standee that I built. I've already got a few ideas of what I could add. Some of it is much needed items. Some of it is miscellaneous that I probably don't really need. And for some reason, now I got murder drone music stuck inside my head, even though I wasn't thinking about it. If you don't know what that is, it's literally on YouTube by Glitch. Is that... Is that who it was? I think that's who it was. Yeah, okay. It was by Glitch on YouTube, the same people who made the Digital Circus. I don't know why, it just got stuck in my head randomly. Just, bite, bite me, bite, bite me, bite me, bite, bite me. Now I just can't get it out of my head. It was a good series, I liked it. I liked it. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back and edit this whole part here. I'm just gonna put markers down because I do not have enough time to get through all this in one video. So I'm gonna do this to remind myself. So right in there, the plastic needs to extend downward a little bit, and then it starts forming plastic scales in that section. Also up in here, the plastic dips outward, creating an extended pocket, although I don't know why you would need that there when you could just add more metal to add weight. So I don't know why they did that with the design. And then this part curves in like a bone socket. So that part is relatively accurate. Looking fine until I get to this part here. This part also extends outward, creating another small pocket that you just do not need. So I don't know why they did that for these sections, but that is most bizarre. It looks like they did the exact same thing over here. They created a section where this whole area just turns into plastic on the outer side, making more and more scales going all the way around. And actually, it's not even there. It's this whole section. This is going to be painful. That does it. I'm using signs now. That's not going to be enough to tell me. Extend red plastic frame. There, that'll give me a hint. If I can't get the fullest of details, I at least want to get this part right. There. Now what's interesting about this is this whole section just doubles up in size. I'll extend all that later. For now, I just want to get a basic mold. I know I'm going to have to come back and fix it. I'm fully aware. So I'm just kind of wasting my own time here. But I'm doing this to make it easier for myself because it won't be as confusing inside my brain when I think about all this. So that section just thickens up in size, while this one actually gets a finer level of detail, creating an almost talon-like structure. I mean, you can kind of see it. It kind of does look like a talon. It also kind of looks like a wing. That are a very odd rib. But it gives off a vibe when you look at it that it just doesn't feel like it was just made for a bay. If that makes any sense. And then if I follow this one also goes outward. Just a hair, though. And what I'm seeing here with the metal is that the metal does not make contact with the ratchet. So I made another mistake here that I need to fix immediately right now. This is what building in Minecraft is like. It's not glorious. It's not beautiful. It's you thinking of a design that you believe works. So while for bays like Sword Dran here, where the ratchet actually touched the top layer, for Tyranno Beat it does not do that. And there are other bays just like this one that have that issue. Where's a good example here? I know I have some. Yeah, okay, Unicrest. Unicrest's ratchet does not touch the actual top layer. Same thing with Phoenix Wing. Alright, it does not do that. And this one's actually twice the amount of space that it should have. Yelkong. And I also know that Wizard Rod has that same problem as well. It's why it gets hit a lot underneath. It's also why people like using Shark Edge again under the top layer, because it just works sometimes. Okay. Yep, I am just about out of time. I knew it. There was no way I was going to have enough time to buff out those issues. It's a good start, though. It's a good start. It's still a long way to go, but this is a good start here. Can I at least get some of the scaling done on the top layer? Is that possible? Too dark. I use the light carpet. So if you look at these top pieces, there's basically 3 scales here. So I'm going to use both colors here to signify that. The best I possibly can. They tend to overlap a little. So something like that. I suppose that'll do. It's not beautiful, but it does give off a slight scaling vibe. Key word here being slight. Actually, what if I just delete that and move it upward? With that? Okay, that's actually a little bit better. Closer to size. That works. Hooray! I got a section done before the video ended. I got the 3 prongs. I have nothing to brag about. It looks like I was trying to build an arena. What the heck, I'll do it for the laughs. In corner 1, he's big, he's mean, it's the Iron Golem. In the corner 2, he's fat, he's chunky. Oh, it's not letting me spawn it. Darn, I forgot I turned off Evo mob spawns. Fine, I'm gonna fix that real quick. Alright, get him, fight! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! I could have used a bag of popcorn for that. It does feel like an arena, though. Like, these right here are the stands, and that's the actual fighting space. That's what it feels like. Way to go, champ. You got him. I'm so proud of you. Where you going? Where you going? I thought he was going to walk off the edge there for a moment. Glad he didn't. Alright, well, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like the video, then give it a like. If you want to see more, then please subscribe. And like always, this is Menace Snowdecker signing off. And I will see you, next time. So bye-bye! Have a great day, everybody. Don't forget to smile, because remember, a smile a day goes a long way. I hope to see you all back here again soon. Hey, one more thing before you go. Could you please check out the links in the description below? Just grabbed the wrong item. What am I doing? Give them a follow. There we go. And while you're at it, join the Discord server. Recommend some games for me to play. And while you're at it, also recommend some more BeyBlades for me to build in here. There are numerous BeyBlades, and I would love to build some more. You feeling better? You feeling better? Oh, that's great, champ. Hey, could you guys redesign him, make his eyes actually centered so he's actually staring at you, not, you know, away? Because when I look at him, the only vibe I get is this. That's not the vibe I want from a actual fighting machine. Anyways, I'll see you all next week. Bye!